season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Trojans will put total leather and we'll get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will go to work first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand.
Breaks into the open. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
The Volunteers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Leads it with the back. Past the 40. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Trojans offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Snagged in the middle, it's Morris. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. To throw, it's Burt. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work. He's going for the big play. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on.
Turning it on! He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The Vols are on the move. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big game. He does it again. He's got the knack of just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times, those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times, good things happen.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
It's complete! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown ball!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Maryland proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Terps team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
How about the speed and athleticism at the back end of this defense? They came after the tight end with conviction, and they land a huge hit to prevent him from getting the first.
Fires to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
You don't even see quarterbacks under center very often, but when you do, and it's short yardage, you kind of know what's coming, but it didn't matter. Quarterback does a great job. Find some space, keep those feet moving, just fall forward and get that yardage, and he gets the big first down.
And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense. And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to throw, it's Kendricks. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the grab on the right. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open. who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. He'll pull it on the read. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And that is a big hit, and that's a hit that I'm going, listen, from the OC, I'm the head coach. I don't want to take many of those. I want to run the RPOs, and I want to run my quarterback. But, Palmer, I got to understand the difference between the critical situations when I want him to take hits and the other times when I want him to take a slide.
Yeah, you got to live to play another day. If you're this quarterback right now, you know this defense, their eyes are lighting up every time they see you take off and run. They know they're going to get those opportunities to try to put you down. You've got to slide. You've got to try to get out of bounds. You've got to really try to save yourself because this team needs you if they're going to win the game.
That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got the back over the middle. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Burt. Quarterback extends the play. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. Pulls it in down the sideline. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. While we're only through one, these cornerbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Volunteers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
To the air on 1st down. Here's the pressure. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Next, got some room, headed to the goal line. And they're finally able to get him on the ground at the 1. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on 3rd down. Gets it out fast. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Tennessee!
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy, his second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's got him. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
And that's why it's so important to get it to your guys quickly. That's just a simple hitch route. Because the quarterback didn't hesitate, he put it on him right away. He had space to work after he made the catch. Was able to make a defender miss and set up a nice play for the offense.
He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get... Unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Murphy. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Golden. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, USC! It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Navy is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to watch. They're trailing by just 4 to UTSA. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Burt. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Gonna take a shot. Catch in stride inside the 15. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And it's right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
You know, I love defensive ends that are active and violent with their hands. Great job fundamentally by that D-end getting that sack.
Floats it out in space. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Kendricks. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. The snap sets up the throw. The screen, he can go. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Wants to pass. Looking for the goal line. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Now on 2nd and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Trying to pound it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here is the Tennessee offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellows amidst the smoggy smoke there in Rocky Top.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on it. Oh, he's got some space. Powers through. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Trojans.
No, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen,
he's loose on the left. The 40. Past the 30. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because, Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Makes the catch. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Lets it go to the end zone. It's incomplete, and the defense. Up with a stop. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. To the ground with the back. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Trojans decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Got it near midfield. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Pocket breaking down. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Volunteer.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So much for playing field position. It's just a 1-score game here in the 3rd, and they're lining up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Trying play action. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. They marched to the end zone the last time they had it, do it again, and they'll be on top. Quarterback empties his backfield. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Throws to the tight end. On target to the left. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the complete.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown ball! An epic
relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Just a short pass to the tight end. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Back to pass, it's Kendricks. It's on target and complete. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. The Trojans are in the red zone. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ingram. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A first down run in the red zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Wants to go up top. Going for 6. Touchdown, Trojans! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll go right back to the run. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Man, is he having a day for the Big Orange, already over 150 yards.
Yeah, and showing you a little bit of everything, Reese. I mean, he can break.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Grabs it inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
He'll set up to throw. Big fella moving. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. A very productive play on first down has now set us up for this second and goal. Touchdown, Tennessee! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in and week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. These two offenses have been locked in and going back and forth, David.
Been absolutely cooking. I mean, both offenses doing what they want. Now try to continue this, Jesse, down the stretch. Stay on fire.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on this offense right now because of the way the other one's playing, so you can't falter. You can't have your service broken. You've got to stay aggressive.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Snagged out of the air. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air on second down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Trying to make magic with his feet. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll try to get it through the air. It's caught. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Looking for a man, it's Kendricks. Unloads to the wideout. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover, best case scenario.
He's going for a big play downfield. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 32. And the Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone when my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy vert. Breaks into the open. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's first and 10 from the 31. To the air on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Finding an escape route. Quarterback gets the first down and more. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Now on first down from the 40. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. From the gun, running back on the move. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth-quarter lead. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Volunteers! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
They had a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You can tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Finds a man in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. To the air, it's Kendricks. Got it in the middle, it's Ingram. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give from the gun. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Handoff from the gun. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line.
Turning it on! What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
The give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with him. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proved them. Like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about them against a good opponent. They won the game. They took care of business. This was impressive today.
How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football.